Hey guys, this is Brent with Western Equipment, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to level the deck on a 2020 John Deere E160. So let's get started. So before we get started, let's talk about a few of the things we need to do before taking our first measurement, and also some of the things we're going to need around. So for one, we're going to want to set our deck height at whatever measurement we're going to be taking. For this video, I have it set at 3, so we'll be looking for a measurement here at 3 when we take those. Also guys, you're going to want to make sure to get your tire pressure set at spec for whatever your tractor says in the operator manual, hence why we have our operator manual out. And this also has the step-by-step instructions. So we have already checked these tire pressures for the E160. You need 10 PSI in the rear, 14 in the front. So a tire pressure gauge is a good thing to have around. Also guys, you're going to want to have that leveling gauge and also your 15mm wrench so you can make those adjustments if needed. So now guys, from here what we'll do is we'll get underneath and we'll take our first measurement. And where we're going to do that is right underneath here. We're going to make sure and spin our blades to where it's pointing directly out to the side. And then we'll go underneath with our leveling gauge and raise it up to where we're just touching the tip of that blade. And we'll take it out here and see what our measurement is. Now from right there, guys, that's measuring right at 3. So that is what we have our deck height set to, so that there is perfect on this side. Now if we needed to make an adjustment, where we would do that would be right over here on this adjustment linkage right here. And if we needed to go up, we would use our wrench on this nut and turn it clockwise. And if we needed to go down, we would turn it counterclockwise to lower it. So on this side here, guys, we're at the right measurement. So what we'll do now is go over to the other side and take that measurement and see where we're at. So now over here on the left-hand side, first thing is going to be reaching under, finding that blade, and getting it spun to the outside where it's pointing directly outside. We can find that blade tip, and then we will go in here and take that first initial measurement. It looks like, guys, we are going to have a lot of adjusting to do. So right there, we are on that tip. And as we can see, guys, we are at 2 1/8. So like I said before, the rule of thumb is to be between 1/8 of an inch difference. And so we are about 7/8 difference, so we have a lot of adjusting to do. So where we're going to do that is once again up here on this linkage. So we are going to take our 15mm wrench here, and we are going to start adjusting. So once you've made a few turns there, guys, let's go ahead and take another measurement here. So we're going to reach underneath and find our blade tip again and take that measurement. So we're making progress, guys. You know, we're closer now to 2 3/8 So we'll just keep on making our adjustment. As we knew from the get-go, we had a ways to go. And we are now sitting about 2 5/8. So we're about 2 3/4. We just have a little ways to go. So right there, guys, we are in between 2 7/8 and 3, almost right on 3. So we're about perfect there. Now the next step from here, guys, is you're going to want to go back to the other side and make sure nothing has changed on that side before you adjust the fore and aft of your deck. So once you have made sure your measurements are correct from side to side, in this instance they are both 3 now from side to side. Next, what you're going to measure is from front to rear. So what we're going to do is spin our blade here in the front to rear position, just like that. And now what we're looking for here is we're actually looking for a difference of 1/4 inch to 1/8 of an inch in height from front to rear. We actually want our front to be lower than our rear. So if we take our first measurement here on the front blade tip, we can see we are right at 2 7/8, which is fine. So we should be lower there than we are in the rear. So we'll reach back here to our rear blade tip, right there. And what we will see is, okay, we are exactly the same from front to rear. So what this tells us is that we need to make an adjustment on our front linkage to lower the front by 1/8 of an inch. So the rule is you want to be between 1/8 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch lower in the front than you are the rear. So we'll move to the front and show where to make that adjustment. So your front to rear adjustment is right here underneath the front of the mower. This rod connects to the front of the deck. And just like on our side adjustments, guys, if we're going to be lowering the deck, we're going to go counterclockwise. So in this case, we are going to lower a couple of turns here, and that should drop the front of our deck that 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. But right there, guys, is your third and final adjustment point. Just remember clockwise for up, counterclockwise for down, and make sure once you've made this adjustment to go ahead and check once again on your left hand side, or on your right hand side rather, and then to make sure and check also on your left hand side. All right, guys, so that is it. That is all there is to leveling the deck on this 2020 John Deere E160. Like we said in the video, guys, very tedious job. You know, a lot of back and forth, and then making sure you're checking that front to rear also. Guys, it's just very important to the cut quality of these mowers that that deck is level, as we know that, you know, when we're getting into one of these mowers, we're trying to cut the yard fast, but we also want it to look good. So it's very important we're making sure this is level. So guys, if you follow those steps, that should be everything you need to know to make sure you are taking advantage of that top cut quality. Now also, guys, in this video you saw me use a couple of things like a 15mm wrench and a deck leveling gauge. If that's something that you guys are needing to perform this job, make sure to check out that link in the description below, or go check us out at west-equip.com/parts, where you can get those things directly from me. And also, guys, if this video helped you out, make sure to hit that like button and also give us a subscribe, as that helps us out and shows us some love. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. So before we get started, let's talk about a few... and there's no way on God's green earth that can be right. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to level the deck on the John Deere. Yeah,